Hello there, Veeps. Veriax here, your Lord and Master, with a pretty substantial update on both streaming and Let's Playing, which is going to be relatively short, but is going to have a lot of information in it. So I'd be grateful if you watched it, or at least look at the description, because quite a lot of things are going to be added and changing over the past next couple of weeks. So let's just get stuck in with. We'll do streaming first, and just a note on streaming. It's a lot of fun, honestly. I really like streaming. I've been doing it quite a lot lately, as this new schedule will testify to. And I'm doing it more on Let's Playing because it's more interactive. It's just better to have people there with the game with you, you know, commenting on what's going on and getting a bit of back and forth, as opposed to recording for half an hour on your own or an hour. However, having said that, certain games are better for Let's Playing than streaming, although they are in the minority. But we'll get to that as we go into the Let's Playing bit. So, streaming. I'm going to be streaming on Saturdays and Sundays from now on, really. Fridays I'm still often busy, but Saturdays and Sundays it seems that I can do quite easily, especially the Sundays. So on Saturdays, recently we've been playing Hero Quest with a couple of Veeps from the Discord, and that was a lot of fun. Enjoyed that. We played through the main quest book in the old school hack and slash board game that I used to own and recently bought on eBay again, and it was fun to go through, but it wasn't particularly a streamable sort of thing. So while I'm glad we played it, I'm also kind of pleased that we've sort of finished it and put it behind us, so I can get on to more engaging stuff for you guys. So from now on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the format from Sundays and bring it into Saturdays, i.e. 2 games. So the first one of those games is going to be Fallout 1. I'm going to play it blind for the very first time on stream for you guys. It's going to start at 7 PM BST, same as the same time as on Sundays. And it's just one of those games that slipped the net for me that I've always intended to play and just never got around to it, etc, etc. So you guys can watch me and help me stream it when we play it on Saturdays. And we'll play it for about 90 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to play another game blind. It's a little bit different, but again, one of those games that has slipped the net, and it is Dishonored, which I realise isn't a full-on stealth game, although it can be. I'm not sure how I'm going to play it yet, more like play it by ear. But again, I haven't played that game before, and it's one of those games that has been recommended to me time and time again, and I will finally get round to playing that. Currently, I don't have any of the DLC bought. And I don't know if I have to have it installed when I start a new game or whatever, or whether I can afford to wait a few weeks to see if it comes on sale and then install it mid-game. I'm not really sure how it works, so if you guys have any information on that, then let me know, because I hear the DLC is well worth doing. I just don't have it yet, and I don't know whether I have to buy it before I start a new game. Pretty much that's what I'm looking for there. And that will start at about 8:30, 20 to 9 on Saturdays. So Saturdays, Fallout 1 followed by Dishonored, both of them blind. In fact, all of these games are now blind that I'm streaming. On Sundays, we are still playing Gothic 2, and then we'll move on to Gothic 3 once we've finally finished that. That starts again at 7 PM, but that's on Sundays. And we play that for about an hour and a half, and again, that works really well. It's a good sort of time frame to play again and then move on to something else, which is why I'm sticking to it. And then following that, we are playing The Longest Journey. However, we are kind of towards the end of The Longest Journey now, maybe a couple more weeks of that, and then we'll have to go on to something else. And what shall we play after that? Well, I was thinking we could return to Bioshock. The initial plan many moons ago was to play Gothic, and then Bioshock, and then Gothic, and then Bioshock. Because Gothic 2 is so long, and I don't think Gothic 3 is any shorter really, we're going to put Bioshock on the end of Gothic. So I've already played Bioshock 1, and I'm going to start with Bioshock 2. So that will be once we finish The Longest Journey. So Sundays will eventually be Gothic and then Bioshock, those two franchises. So currently doing Gothic 2. I think I've almost finished the DLC, The Night of the Raven. for Gothic 2, but I'm not quite sure, and then we'll have to go back to the main game and finish that. So quite a lot to do in Gothic 2, and then we'll play Bioshock 2 after that, you know, at like 8:30 or whatever. On random days, I'm also streaming a couple of games because I get home from work and I do a couple of jobs or whatever, and then I'll do a stream. So I usually stream either at like 3 p.m. BST because I finish work at 2ish, or towards the evenings at maybe 7 o'clock at night. And we've recently finished Dark Souls 3, and that was a whole lot of fun to stream. I really enjoyed that. Last couple of boss fights were quite challenging, and it was really nice to have the chat there with me, encouraging / distracting me from the trials and tribulation of Dark Souls. And just on a side note, the Dark Souls, well, at least 1 and 2, I have 1 and 3. I haven't played 2. They're some of my favourite games ever. I freaking love Dark Souls, and I don't have the DLC, strangely enough, for Dark Souls 3 yet. So, but I am poised to start it with the current character that I just finished the main game with. So that may well continue once I've bought it. But for now, we're playing some Divinity Dragon Commander. I want to get back into that. We're playing the Half-Life franchise. Going to play all those because, again, there's some of the games that I've played the first one and I've played the second one, but I haven't played any of the ones like in between. So currently we're doing Opposing Force, and that's really a whole lot of fun as well. That's just a nice little casual game to go home and kill stuff with. And I will soon be starting, finally, Total War Warhammer 2, a game that I have told myself I'm going to buy many times, never have, and it finally came on sale for a decent discount. I think the most so far, like 25% or whatever, so I got it along with all the DLC, I think. So I'll start that up within the next couple of days, I imagine. And will either be High Elves or Dark Elves, I haven't decided yet, or maybe Tomb Kings, or maybe Skaven, oh my god, I don't know. And just have a lot of fun in that slaying / being slayed, but I'm really enjoying that. You know, I should hopefully enjoy that because I played the hell out of the first game. Okay, so that's the streaming type of rundown. Now, on to Let's Plays. We're currently playing Deus Ex Mankind Divided, and you might not know that because not many people are watching it, which is a shame because it's actually quite a good Let's Play as far as I'm concerned. I'm doing pretty well at it, and I think it's on a par with Human Revolutions, but you know, as a game and possibly as an LP, but the market just isn't there for it anymore. So I am going to finish that game because I don't like leaving things unfinished, and while I do sometimes do that, it's usually for very good reasons, and I'm sure the people who are watching that Let's Play are enjoying it, so I shall finish it for them and for myself because I'm enjoying playing the game. But I'm going to lay off on the whole sort of casual, sort of like deviation type deviation Let's Plays because I don't think the market's there for it anymore on my channel. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just double up on Morrowind once that's finished. So I shall be playing Morrowind twice a week once Deus Ex finishes. That will be on Sundays and on Wednesdays. That will also mean that I'm going to incorporate the Let's Discuss videos, so I'll be reading all the books and all the notes and everything and discussing a little bit of the gameplay within the Let's Play rather than keeping it a separate entity because it's like doubled in length. So you're getting twice the content, so I'm going to amalgamate all the reading and stuff into the actual Let's Play videos. Divinity Original Sin 2 will continue as normal. I'm really enjoying playing the game with Lilia. I hope that is mutual, and it's a fantastic game, fantastic franchise, so hopefully we can just continue that as normal on the Saturdays. And that is about it, really. So quick roundup, very quick roundup, even though it's all in the description for you guys. On Saturdays, I'm going to be streaming Fallout 1 and Dishonored. Oh yes, and those two will both appear on the V-Streams channel, so the VODs will appear on YouTube. On Sundays, Gothic and The Longest Journey. When that finishes, we'll be playing Bioshock 2, continuing that franchise. And again, those will appear on the V streams because they are like my main flagship streams, if you like. They're the ones that are scheduled. And then on random days, I'll be doing some Half-Life, some Total War, and possibly some Divinity Dragon Commander, depending on how much I'm enjoying that, because I half like that game and half kind of don't. The battles are a bit meh, but everything in between is pretty good. So, and those won't be uploaded to the VOD channel because they'll have like guest songs on it, and the VOD will just get muted anyway. And they're more of like a casual catch it if you can sort of series. Then in Let's Plays, Deus Ex, Mankind Divided will finish, and then we'll be playing double Morrowind on Sundays and Wednesdays, and Divinity will continue as per normal. Again, all that is in the description below. I'd really appreciate any feedback on it and what you think. Hopefully you guys will join me this Saturday for Fallout and Dishonored, and it should be a whole lot of fun. Get you guys in there and watch me flail about at both of those. Any hints and tips are of course greatly appreciated, but backseating isn't. So, it goes without saying, really, that's like every stream ever, I think. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you had a lovely time watching this video, and have a great evening or day whenever you watch this. And hopefully I shall see you soon, and you shall be fine and dandy when and if I do that. Until then, thank you very much, and toodaloo.